Hello, hello. This is the English session. We are recording. This is part number 23. 29 or 28 might be. Uh, Today I completed the Sagar Project Street View. Okay, and right now I am making cinematic of Sagar. So and it won't involve hyperlapse. It just involves some sort of footage. And but when I am doing this kind of like that, it won't really connect it that much as I wanted to connect it to the audience. Like this video is belongs to the particular thing. So it is really been really complicated to connect with the people. Why? Because of that, it doesn't involve with the people. It's involved with the thing that we used to saw in everyday. And it doesn't, it is really looks good, even better. But I'm suggesting having a people interaction on that video. It feels really good. So what is the people interaction? What I am gonna talking about? I'm talking about just like what if I will kind of like doing some kind of some sort of interview with myself and telling about what is exactly this Pune, and how things gonna happen when you are going to the Pune. And it's kind of like you are explaining things when you are going to the Sinhagad. What is the challenges you face, and what is the things you saw while on the journey. It's kind of like doing some sort of vlog, but when you are doing something like that, it's became really professional. That we can actually do something really nice with it. Okay. So I am planning to do recording. So I have to record. I don't know, just like a trial and error. So many things like we do need to practice about the interview, and do we shot very well or not. It's well, I'm just trying. Yeah, just like right now, just first attempt is fail. So I will try it again and find out how should I be do it even better. Okay. So today what are here we are gonna talking about. We are talking about so many things like I also did two lesson of module 2, which is screenplay writing, and what is the content creator has to be done with it. Then the another chapter is kind of unlock. Yeah. Sorry, it is lock actually. So it will be unlocked today at 10 p.m. Okay. So I do need to wait, and once I attend the lecture, I will make notes and explain to you. Till then, we are kind of like a dependent on the YouTube to what we learn from it. Okay, like so. Yesterday we are talking about the faster edit in Premiere Pro. How should you edit faster in Premiere Pro? Okay, and what will be happen if you are facing some sort of low light situation? Then what would you do? What is the things you gonna doing? So this is I'm gonna talking about. So this is we are talk about. So right now today we are talking about the FPV. Yeah, FPV drone. What is exactly FPV? FPV means first person view, and FPV drone means first person view drone. Okay. What is the difference between drone and FPV drone? Well, actually, there are a lot of difference. Yes, because of that, you cannot see the first time you saw. It's kind of like a really complicated to see this thing, because drone are kind of some sort of limitation, like you cannot be do even travel faster with the FPV. Okay. Then for a drone, yes, drone is for kind of like cinematic things. Okay, it's like you want to take some photos from the high air, so you do need a drone. Okay, or you just need to some sort of shoot, so you can shoot with it. Okay, it is also really okay. Okay, but you cannot set your drone closest to the object or mountain, because uh, drone is kind of like it cannot handle the wind speed. Okay. And what is exactly wind speed? Wind speed means right now we are living at the ground, so we don't really face so many wind. Okay, but once we are going up, we are feel there are so many wind is travel, just like 50 kilometer or 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, so it is kind of like a really unbalanced to do some sort of work over there in up. Okay, so basically drone can fly from ground to it, just like 600 to 500 to 600 meter above. Okay, and it will not gonna go up. Okay, yeah, you can also be push your drone to its highest limit, but it will be crash. Okay, it's all on your risk. Okay, so it is really so and also drone is kind of like a meant to be really stable and clean shot, not to be shaky, and kind of like a some sort of aerial shot. Okay, but so all those limitations have in drone. So all those limitations can fill with the FPV drone. And what is exactly FPV drone? FPV drone is kind of like a sporty. Yeah, you can fly your drone closest to the object, like building or mountain, really close. I'm talking about just like 1 or 2 feet away from object, which is really close. Okay, and some sort of really cinematic shots happen with the drone, because drone has a really high winds, high velocity of travel in air, almost like 100 to 150 kilometer per hour. So it is really fast. Our drone, natural drone, cannot fly that much. Basically, it fly almost be like 40 to 60 kilometer per hour. But the FPV drone is fly almost like 100 to 150 kilometer per hour, which is insanely fast. So once you have some sort of speed on your drone, it is also really good for the resisting the wind speed. Okay, means like wind is kind of like a resisting your drone, and your velocity is really less, then you are lose control of your drone. Okay, but if your drone has a really high velocity of traveling distance, so it can easily resist almost like 100 or 120 kilometer per hour, which is easily can it handle. Okay, so yes, but while we are flying FPV drone, it's kind of like a bit really complicated, because once you are facing the FPV drone, because FPV drone is it's kind of like a meant to be it's actually FPV drone is not made by actual any some sort of company. This is actually drone is built up by the just little bit of component and putting on the GoPro on there. So it's usually FPV do that, but just like last week, the DJI is introduced a new FPV. It's completely made by their company, and that FPV is really good. Okay, you can travel, you can race, you can shoot. It is much really better. Yeah, obviously FPV drone is crash rate is so much high, but your footages is kind of like a really worth of that, because FPV can shoot really cinematic shot. Okay, not cinematic, it's just like a new kind of cinematic. Yeah, because in cinema this kind of shot is not available in cinema also. Okay, so it is kind of like a in air, and everything goes really fast and it's so good. Okay, so having a FPV drone or being a FPV drone pilot, it's kind of like a being really great on your career, or you can create really high content, really good quality of content, trust me. But being a FPV drone pilot, it is also really complicated. Because of that, FPV drone is crash several times, so many times. Okay, so you just do need to practice on the simulation. Okay, just go and download some of the apps, and which is kind of like a game. You can use a controller, and for that thing you just simulate yourself, you just practice on the computer, and then you have some sort of confidence that you can fly this drone. Then you can put this drone to the outside and just go. But FPV drone is kind of like a no guarantee that they will survive in and they will come back in single piece, because because FPV drone is meant to be crashed. Okay, because you think like that, is there is object is traveling almost like a 90 kilometer per hour or 100 kilometer per hour. So it is kind of like you just need to be really good control of your controller of that drone. If you don't have a control that much, that object can easily hit to somebody or some sort of object, and or like a building or tree, and when it hit, it will damage the drone, and it broke some sort of part of that drone, and you just need to repair these things. Sometimes it will be really costly than we think it is. So but yeah, FPV drone is there is some sort of every FPV has a really so much limitation, but once you master it, you will create really good quality of content, trust me. So yes, so once we decided that we are flying FPV, then what should we need, what the things we do need to understand, and what is the steps for start or flying FPV. Okay, get remote and simulator and start practice on computer. Yeah, that is the first thing they are telling you, that just practice on computer on simulation, because that is a really most important. Because of that, the FPV part is not cheaper, though those parts are being really costly, trust me. If you broke the propeller of the drone, that propeller has a really costly, almost be like 2,000 to 3,000 rupees in India, and in US is also like same as that thing. Okay, and I'm just not talking about the propeller. There are so many things like legs, motor, battery, and it is much things. Okay, so you just do need to practice on simulation, and practice. It's not gonna think that you can do in once in a day. No. you just practice almost like a month, and then you can go your FPV and go to the outside and just try to do this in open field. Once you get really confident, then you go to the crowded or urban area. Practice on simulator, trust me, yes, every tips they are saying is that practice on simulator, because that is most essential thing. Yes. Get pre-built FPV drone. What is exactly pre-built? Pre-built म्हणजे pre-built याने means everything is built up already by some sort of company or some sort of person. Or do not try to assemble by yourself. If you don't have a knowledge of drone, then don't do that by yourself, because drone is kind of like a really complicated machine, and we do need to understand about the every factor of it. Okay, but I'm saying is that just buy from that, or buy from that specific person that have good knowledge of drone, that person can fix the drone or some sort of things. So try to contact with him and buy a drone, a pre-built drone, not a part of drone. Pre-built means everything is completely assembled and you just go and fly. So that is called pre-built drone. Okay. And what is assembled drones means you can assemble each part from a different section, okay, or different store, and assemble by yourself, and you are flying. Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper, but um, for those things, how to assemble, so you do need a good knowledge of the drone, how they fly, and what is the things we gonna do, like chip and drone dimension and propeller and motor and some sort of solder also. Solder means you are soldering things with the chip. So it's a bit really complicated. We are not going to go in with that. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like a DJI did something really good last month. Last week. They are introduced a pre-built FPV drone, and that is called DJI FPV drone, which is also really good, and that can do everything. Okay, if your part is broken, then you can buy this particular part with the DJI company, and they will provide you proper service and everything about this FPV drone. And also this FPV drone is also a bit really costly also. Because of that, it can because FPV drone has to be an insurance, because FPV drone is crashed several times. Okay, so you do need to insurance of your FPV drone, so that you can easily replace your part with less amount of money, and it is really good for you. Okay, so if you are buying pre-built FPV drone like a DJI FPV, it is gonna really good for you. Okay, start flying with open field. Okay, once you have a FPV drone and you are practicing on the simulator, and you have pretty much confident about how you fly and everything, so you just go to the open field and fly. Do not fly at crowded area, because it's not gonna good, because you are confident on the simulator, but you are not gonna confident on the goggles and in reality world, because once you are facing the simulator has kind of like a game that you can face it, and you know that thing, if I crash, it doesn't happen, it just I can restart it. Okay, but if you crash in real world, the drone will get damaged, and it won't be fly again. You just need to repair that drone. Okay, so for that thing, you do need to understand that importance of that thing. So go just fly on the open field, and just fly first thing. Okay, do not go for really extreme things. Just fly. Okay, and fly in open field, like there is nothing, no one people, or it's kind of like so that thing you can fly. Okay, embrace FFPV, contribute, find the local FPV pilot. Okay, if you want FPV shot, okay, and but you don't have a FPV drone or FPV pilot, then how could you find out that particular drone and pilot? So you just go Facebook and check out the FPV group. Okay, they are actually mostly available in local area. But actually, FPV is kind of like a new to people. Very less people know about FPV drones and everything. But some people will know about those, and they are like doing work with a team. So team is kind of like a really important, that you can communicate and you can easily repair, and also you can easily learn with the pilot also, because those people are also related with the those people are also related with the FPV pilot. So it's been really complicated to do that, but once you check out them, and you feel really good that there are so many people are doing that. And घेऊन येऊ काय बाकीचे दोन थांब आणतो. Right now my mobile phone is facing backside to the sun. So actually, and also it is also recording some sort of video also, and which is kind of like a really heavy task for mobile. And kind of like hitting is actually I can feel some sort of heat at the cell phone. So my phone is kind of like really heated right now, but I can manage that thing. Okay, because my phone can handle that thing. It's just like I know that I go to the Sinhagad with this phone, and I will shoot complete journey with that phone without any charge. So I do know that the capability of this phone and what can it do, and it is kind of like a really good for me. So yeah. So what are we are gonna talking about? We are talking about the transitions and cut. What is exactly transitions and cut? Transition and cut means if you have a Premiere and you are switching clip from clip 1 to clip 2, then how do you cut or how do you transition? That clip gets really feels cinematic. Then how do you feel like that? How do you do that? So So what is exactly cut you use in a particular situation? What is exactly cut means? Okay, like everybody know, editing means cutting part from one to another and joint with the one to another, and managing a single clip or single video clip, which is how it looks really good. So uh, so what is exactly transition and cut? Okay, so first of all, and what is the main thing reason behind it? There are cut, jump cut, L cut. Okay, first of all, we are talking about just a cut, a simple cut, a normal cut, and which is really good. Okay, most of the people, they are using this cut, which is also really standard, and most of the Hollywood, Bollywood, or any other video clip, they are using this is a simple cut, which is really good, and it is really nice, and it is really good. Yeah, sometimes you do not use some sort of transitions or some sort of cut, because it's not gonna look good. Trust me, having just a simple cut, which is also feels really great and nice. Okay, so yeah. Then we are talking about jump cut. What is exactly jump cut? Jump cut means you are passing a time, like some guy is walking from point A to point B, and you are shooting, and while going from point A to point B, it is kind of like a really boring. So you are cutting, like these guys came, and then this, and they're there, and then there. Then it's kind of like a, you can see that person is moving from this. So it's kind of like a jump cut. Okay, and it is kind of like a looks really good, passing time really quickly, and watching this feels really great. Okay, so that is called jump cut. Usually jump cut is used for that particular scene. Then L cut. What is exactly L cut? L cut means, L cut means audio is come really again after before the video, that is called L cut. Usually audio layer is come really again before than video layer, that is called uh, L cut usually. It is mostly used in interviews, and also some sort of tutorial or anything. Yeah, it is really good that whatever we are talking, and what we can see when it doesn't have video clip but audio clip, it called b-roll on that top of the video head, so you can understand what he's talking about, because he's talking about some sort of tutorial on the Premiere. So on that thing, we do need to visualize that the Premiere is he is talking about. So he, as a content creator, he needs to realize that he has to realize that uh, you need to be view as a it's kind of like really मला कधी शब्दावली नाही कठून. Okay, it's kind of like a see what he's talking about and visualize everything about what is exactly Premiere and what is exactly he's talking about. So having a L cut is kind of like a really good, and it feels really good and nice. Okay, but do not mess with the synchronize. Yes, because it happens actually when you are doing something like that. Do not mess with the synchronization. Synchronization is quickly really good, is really important, but try to maintain L cut with the synchronization, and it is most important. Then also J cut. J cut means the audio layer is kind of like a hearing, but you can see visual first and audio layer after. So that is called J cut. Usually J cut it is also used as L cut also. Yes, it's kind of like a really opposite. It's nothing is gonna change. Yeah, you just L cut and you just quickly opposite, that is called J cut. So J-cut is also really good. Yeah, you can do this. You can. It's really good. It's really nice. It's kind of like a looks really feels really nice. Then cut on the action. What is exactly means? If you are doing some sort of cinematic and is there a guy is doing some sort of gymming, okay, and you are moving camera with this with their action, okay. So cut with the final action is happened and switch to the another clip that is the action happen over there. So you can feel the impact on clip A to clip B, okay, and the intensity switch from clip A to clip B, and it is something really good. It feels like really transition, but you are not using the transition, you are using a camera movement, so it's really good. Cross cutting means cutting on the two very different emotions on the clip. Okay, cross cutting means if some sort of clip is kind of like a two clip which is kind of like a really different emotion on that clip, but in the end which are really connected to each other, but you are showing that in a single period of time, and you are messing with the emotions of the audience. So that time you are using just simple cut but with the cross cutting, and it is something really great, something really nice, okay. And then there is a cutaway is right now I'm kind of like really bored to talk about it, and that's it. Thank you.